Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. It is a cold, snowy day here, so what better way to spend the afternoon than tucking into my latest mystery box from Diamond Art Club. They brought out a Christmas mystery box. I think it was mystery box number 8, and it was about a week and a half or so ago now. I had a big stress trying to buy it because I was driving, well, I wasn't driving, my husband was driving along the motorway on our way back from visiting family, and we were driving through an area of low reception, so I couldn't get anything to load. And then there was this glitch that was making it so that it kept saying it was sold out, and I kept trying because it kept saying it was in stock, but then I'd go to check out and it would say it was sold out, and eventually I managed to buy it on the app, whereas I normally buy on the website. And the VIP Facebook group for Diamond Art Club was full of people saying that there was a glitch and keep trying. Anyway, it was a little bit stressful because I love me a mystery box, so I really didn't want to miss out. I think I've bought all of the ones that have come out, apart from the ones that were only overstock kits that didn't have any new kits in them. And they've always worked out all right for me because at the very worst, I've been able to destash them all if none of them were to my taste and then get my money back. And I've also got some really gorgeous paintings that I love from them. So yeah. Full disclosure, I have taken a peek at this. If you watched my last mystery box unboxing, which was the Halloween one, I actually, well, as I put it, I cheated because I actually did some swaps, and then the box that I unboxed was post swaps. This is the actual mystery box that I received from Diamond Art Club. So it was, I didn't have a box number because when you order, it says in the in your order history, if you go into that, a lot of people could see an extra box number, and that told them which combination it was going to be. I didn't have that, mine didn't say that. So I just knew it was going to be 2 out of the 6 brand new Christmas kits, and then 2 other kits from their existing collection. And that is indeed what I got. So how am I going to do this? Let me move this out of the way off camera because I'm only going to bash it into the tripod and everything anyway. And then I will come back to you with one of my kits. So the first of my brand new Christmas kits that I got was Christmas Eve. And I'm quite happy with this one. I really liked this kit. There were 2 by this artist, Teresa Donahue McManus, amongst the 6. By the way, I should have said, obviously this this video contains spoilers for the mystery kit. I kind of assume if you clicked on it, you're okay with knowing. But yeah, spoilers coming, I guess, in a sense. So there were 2 by this artist, and I don't know this artist. I don't know anything about her. Both of them seemed really popular, and I actually much preferred this one of the 2. So I'm really happy that I got this one. And it is a 69.9 centimetre squared painting, and it is also a square diamond painting. Lots of use of the word square there. So it's got 63 colours, which includes 3 Aurora Borealis and 3 Fairy Dust diamonds, and it's got 78,961 diamonds. So it's pretty big, like roughly 70 centimetres square is a big old painting. It does feel like more and more paintings these days are quite large. I'm not sure what's changed. I guess the artwork that Diamond Art Club chooses to make is based on what we vote for. So I suppose as customers, we like the big detailed pieces. Well, the detailed artwork rather, that then requires a big size of painting to do it justice. I love the colours in this because it's full of blues and teals and greens, and that's really nice. I do think this is actually a really lovely painting. So, let's have a look at this. Oof. Oh my goodness, that's tight. Okay, so I have the toolkit, which I will very briefly take you through for this kit. And then the thank you for purchase envelope, which also contains the stickers. And then I have a treasure quest card, and it is bronze. Of course. Mostly I get the bronze cards, so I'm just admiring them for being treasure quest cards at the moment, without much hope of ever being able to claim a reward. But you never know, maybe I'll get there eventually. So, as I said, I'll do a very quick tour of the toolkit for this one, just in case you're watching this and you're not familiar with them. but I do mean quick because I've got a lot to show you, so I don't want to dwell on it. You get their new sort of ergonomic kit pen with a twist and pick applicator. I'll just move that out of the way so my camera doesn't keep trying to focus on it. So you take the lid off. This is filled with putty. You twist this quite firmly. Sorry, my camera is not focusing on the right thing. Twist it firmly and some putty will come out of the top. You can also refill this chamber, so you pull that out and then you can refill it with more putty or wax or a different putty or whatever you prefer. I think I'm not actually twisting this because it's really cold in here today, and I have heard it said that occasionally these plastic tips can split if you have to twist really, really firmly, and because it's cold the putty's going to be firmer, so that's more likely. So if you're working in cold temperatures, it can be worth apparently gently heating the tip with a hairdryer if you want to avoid that happening. The other end has got a 4-placer. Then I've got a roll of baggies, and inside this tray I have also got a 7-placer, a single placer, if you just prefer that and you want a traditional one, wax if that's what you prefer, and more putty. And then the tray itself is, as you can probably tell, much larger than they used to be. And this is stackable and it has a stopper and a lid. And they are a really nice upgrade on what we used to get. These are trays that I would use, whereas the old trays were much too small for my taste personally. So inside here, you've got lots of useful information, particularly if it's your first time purchasing from Diamond Art Club. So again, I'll whiz through that super quickly. So you've got tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions, kit contents, join our Facebook group link, which is a really good resource. If you have purchased from them directly, you are entitled to join. And then save 20% off your first app purchase, which is a one-time only use code even. If you have never purchased from Diamond Art Club before and you would like to use my affiliate codes, you are very welcome to do so. I have 2 in the description box below. CAT20, which will give you 20% off your first order, or CAT10, which will give you $10 US or the equivalent in your local currency off your first order. As I said, those are affiliate codes, so I would receive a small amount of commission if you were to use those, for which I'm very grateful, and I reinvest that in the channel, but please don't feel obligated. But there are always discount codes you can use with Diamond Art Club, even if it's not your first time purchasing from them. And if it is your first time, just make sure you use one of the generous opening discount codes and save ones like this for, you know, later on. So I've got sticky labels here and a lovely little picture of the artwork. I'm going to have to look up this artist because I don't know anything about her. It looks digital, I guess. I didn't get that so much from the box, but I think this looks like digital artwork. Okay, so 63 colours. So it's got the ABs over here. It's confusing at the moment because they've started listing the ABs near the bottom and calling them AB and then the DMC code. But if you get a kit that was made a little bit longer ago, it has them still at the front because they used to just have their own labelling system of codes for ABs that were under 150. Anyway, I digress. Stop waffling, Cat. So those are the ABs. There's a red one, an orange one, and a white one. And then Fairy Dust Drills looks like I've got a yellowy colour, a green colour, and a teal. So I love teal. I'll probably enjoy that one. Teal, turquoise, same sort of rough ballpark. Anyway, loads and loads of blues and greens and teals and turquoises in this colour palette, which I like to see. If I am going to do a painting that has a lot of dominant colours, I'm going to want it to be things like blues and greens or purples, but that's not so relevant here. So yeah, very, very pretty colour palette. It has got some 310, so it's got some darker colours in there, which actually makes perfect sense looking at the artwork. And yeah. Let's take a look. I'm not going to get the colours out to have a look, by the way. I will show you them through the pack, but I'm not going to actually go through them. I don't tend to do that if I unbox my own kits that I have purchased with my own money. Partly because not everyone wants to see it, and partly because it's really hard to wrap them up neatly again. and I have a load of boxes that are busting at the seams and I literally have to sellotape up. So yeah, just putting that out there because I have had comments in the past that people like to see that part. To which I say, I'm very sorry if you're disappointed that I don't go through them in detail on all my videos. It's just my personal choice because these are my kits and I want to keep them in the way that suits me best. So, luckily you can still get a really good idea of the colours from looking through the side. So you can see blue, 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 blue. Gorgeous, gorgeous shades of quite bright blues there. And then these sort of dark purpley blues that I really like as well. Oh, that's a very pretty colour palette, to be fair. I can see a white AB there. Not sure if you can sort of see through the side. And I can see there. So there is a fairy dust there. That's that sort of, yeah, it is teal. It's a light teal fairy dust. Which is again very pretty. So it's quite hard to see them even if I took this outer packaging off because it is quite a subtle effect, fairy dust drills, this sort of subtle glitter coating, whereas the ABs are, I think, a bit more easy to see. But both have their places and I really enjoy them. I can see a yellowy fairy dust tucked in there. And there's a red AB. Not sure if you can see that. I can just see a hint of it peeking through. Oh, such pretty colours. That pale minty green as well. That is a very me kind of colour. And it looks like quite a few bags of the darker colours. There's maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 blacks, but there's also some dark browns and blues. So yeah, a fair few of the darker drills, which can be more prone to trash, but it doesn't tend to be a big problem with Diamond Art Club drills because of the way they manufacture them in-house. They do tend to be decent quality. Okay, let's take a look at the canvas. Okay, so I've just rolled it back on itself there, just to flatten it out, and now let's take a look. Oh, that is super pretty. And I mean, it is big because it's wide, but when I compare to what I call big and beastie kits, you know, the ones where the longer end is over 90 centimetres, it does look a fair bit smaller. You know, that's quite a big difference, it being square. So it's not too huge a project because I've embarked on quite a large kit for my Christmas project this year. And I think this, if I'd had this first, this would have been quicker. Although I'm very happy with the one I'm doing. But anyway, let me show you the top as well. Nice bit of blocking up in the sky. So that's where you'll be able to whack out your multi-placer if you're like me and that's what you like to use. Or even if you're single placing, it will still run a bit quicker because you've got largish blocks of one colour drill before you need to move on to another. I absolutely love the reindeer. And the way they're just black, because they're just silhouetted in the sky, I think is beautiful. Technically, I feel like Father Christmas should also be black because he would also, like, all of this should just be a black silhouette. But whatever, it's fun having him poke out with some actual colours there. And it's funny because when I look at it up close, that is just random blobs. You know, because it's so pixelated once you look up close. But from a viewing distance, which you can see quite well in the viewfinder, it really works. And the Christmas trees are so pretty. All the bright colours with the way they're lit up. This, what's the word I'm looking for? This dot on a white background everywhere, that is, yeah, that is the white AB I thought it might be. So all of these trees are sort of outlined in that, and then you've got all these bits of the snow glowing with that down here. And again, all the trees here and the big star on the top of that tree. And then patches of it as well through the sky for stars. So there's going to be a fair amount of that white AB, and yeah, perfect use for it, I would say. Again, some blocking down here, and actually even the trees, because I'd expect Christmas trees to always be heavy confetti, and it's definitely the more confetti pieces of the kit, but this large one has got huge amounts of black through it. because of the nature of the painting where these are, again, sort of in darkness and not all the details are coming out. So yeah, they're not going to be too bad. I wouldn't say this is a particularly heavy confetti piece at all. I think it is more towards blocking, which is good to know, because I find a lot of Christmas kits do tend to be quite confetti heavy because of the prevalence of things like Christmas trees, which are beautiful, but yeah, finicky to diamond paint. I love the addition of this house down here, because you can just imagine someone looking out the window and seeing them go past. I love it. This is sort of exactly what I used to picture when I was young, waiting for Father Christmas to come. So I'm going to pan over this so that you can see it all a bit more closely. And then I will come back to you with my next brand new Christmas kit that I received. Okay, the next brand new Christmas kit that I received is one in a style that I don't typically go for, but I'm always a never say never person with styles, because whatever styles I think are me, there's always going to be kits that really appeal to me outside of that. And this one, I have to say, does appeal to me, so I'm again pretty happy with this. I have got Cozy Christmas Witch by Marigona Suli. Apologies, I don't know how to pronounce that. And yeah, there's something about this design that I actually really like. My reservation with this one is the colour palette and whether I will find it too samey, but that's, you know, that's a decision to have a think about when I've had a proper look at it. But for now, I think I'm definitely going to be hanging on to this one because I do really enjoy the artwork. So it's 69.9 centimetres by 98.8 centimetres, so this is a big and beastie. You've got that whole almost 30 centimetres extra in length compared to the last one I showed you. And it's got 57 colours, which includes 1 Aurora Borealis and 3 Fairy Dust Diamonds. And it's 111,000 diamonds. So yeah, definitely big and beastie. Right, let's take a look at this one. Square diamonds as well, which you may well have already spotted from this. To be honest, the very large kits are very rarely round paintings, round diamonds in my experience. I guess because if you're making a kit large to incorporate all the detail, you don't want to then be losing some of that detail by making it in round drills, because round drills are larger than square drills. So for the same size painting, you get less detail. Okay, I can already feel this one's going to be tricky to get out. Oh my goodness. Oof. I feel like I've opened that one the wrong way round as well. I've gone through the bottom of the box for some reason. So toolkit, I'm not going to show you again. We've just seen that and it will be exactly the same. Where is my... okay. I worried I didn't have one for a moment. There's my stickers and there is another bronze trading card. So let's have a look at the colours. I always like scanning through the stickers to see the colours, because you don't know how much of each one you've got, but it does give you a good overview of what to expect. So yeah, very earthy tones, browns and peaches and sort of muted pinks and yellows. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I can't think. But there's something about this colour palette that I think is really pretty to look at, and it appeals to me a lot visually. A little bit, I don't know if I will find it too samey to diamond paint. I guess that will just come down to how much I enjoy the image over time. I mean, it's not going to be done this year anyway. It will go in my cupboard and then, you know, join the collection for me to decide from for next year. So we shall see. Okay, so this one's got the AB here. So there's one AB there, which looks to be a sort of greenish grey colour, and then 3 fairy dusts. So there's a reddish one and yellowy orange one, and I think, is that a white or cream? So yeah, lovely clear symbols as usual. Okay, let's take a peek at those drills. Oof, big bag, doesn't want to come out. Wow. Very, very pretty to look at. Gosh, and I think there's a lot of colours with a lot of large bags of them, which you'd expect because, you know, it's a big painting and it's only got 57 colours. I mean, I see 4 large bags of that red fairy, fairy dust. I'm getting muddled about my terminology. So this reddish colour here, that's a fairy dust, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. So quite a lot of special drill action. There is the white fairy dust. And can I spot anything else? There's the AB. I don't know if you can see that at all. It's tucked down there, but it is in fact a slightly greyish green, but definitely a green. Nothing much more to see the other side. But yeah, what do you reckon? Do you enjoy kits where they have quite samey colours? Or is that an issue for you? It's something that just I find can make kits harder going, because I just want to change it up. But I do really like the kit. Oh, decisions. Don't worry, Kat, you're not making the decision now. This is definitely joining the stash for now. So let's roll it back on itself. So this is another one that doesn't have lines on the cover. Both of them have been line free. I'm just working on my first kit that has perforated cover now, and that also is one that doesn't have lines marking out the perforations. I'm finding it tougher to adapt than I thought I would. I really like it. I think I'm going to find it a lot easier when I work on one that does have the lines marked out, because I need something to know where the edge is. So at the moment I'm using release paper, which is fine, that works fine, but then I sort of think, well, I may as well be doing it the old way. But I think it's a combination of a mental adjustment and knowing that they've already made a change that will help me. Right. Oof. She's a big one. Right. There is the bottom section. Oh, there's a cat. There's 2 cats. Or is that a dog? I can't tell just looking at this. They're cats. They're both cats. With red glowing eyes. I guess they are witches' familiars, aren't they? There's going to be lots of little witchy details in here. I see the hat. Actually, I can't spot any others just looking at it now, but I'm thinking they're going to be in there. There are some potions and hats on the tree, which certainly isn't your typical tree decoration. So there's the bottom, and then let's show you the top. She is reading her book, and there's the top section. Really blocky, this one. Again, a bit like Christmas Eve. Like, there are some sections that are going to be slower going and have a lot more detail and bitty bits in them. But a lot of it will work up quite quickly, which is always good to see. I do enjoy that as someone who likes multi-placing. Someone who likes multi-placing and is eternally thwarted in my quest to find as much diamond painting time as I would like. So I don't get through many very often. She's pretty. Oh, I do like this. I think this one's going to look gorgeous when it's done as well. Let's see. Can I spot any of these special drills? I think I forgot to do that for Christmas Eve, didn't I? I normally look for special drills. Oh, I can't find the right bit. So this sort of like stop sign in khaki is the AB. And I'm guessing, I mean, that didn't look like a big bag, did it? I see a little bit on her socks here and on her blanket. I don't think that's going to be in loads of places just because it didn't look to be a particularly big bag. And then this little red tree, that must be the one that there was absolutely loads of. So presumably it's everywhere. So why can't I see it? Oh, there it is. So there's a lot of it through the tree. All the baubles and the bows and things on the tree have it. Oh, down here as well. All of this carpeting, the darker bits, that is predominantly that fairy dust. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's bits of it all over the place. I just wasn't spotting it. And then N for the goldy one, that is the tinsel on the tree. Very cool. And then the white one is this, I always think it looks a bit like a sword. And that is, again, there's bits of it on the tree. But I think there's more of it. Yeah, there's some here and here and a little bit here. Oh, and in the garland. Okay, so up there and then also in the stars on her ceiling. Cool. All right, I like that. Lots of special drills. So yeah, what do you reckon? Which ones did you get if you got the mystery box? And were you happy? Did you like them? I've seen lots of people doing swaps. That's the good thing about a mystery box. If you get ones that you don't personally like, but there are others that you do like, quite often you're going to be able to trade them. That's what I did with my Halloween mystery box, where I wasn't so keen on the kits I did receive. But yeah, no trading for me right now. I will hang on to these and mull over what I think of them. Okay, let me pan over it and then I will come back to you with my next kit. Next up to show you are the two kits that I got for the, I'm not sure what they called them this time, if they were fan favourites or just two older kits that they already had in stock. Okay, so the first one I got was Sea Otters by Linda Howard Bittner. So I'll just show you that little picture there. This has been out for quite a while, as you can tell by the older style box. And I actually looked at this and did consider buying it when it first came out because my son loves otters. So I am quite happy with this as a random choice one. The reason I didn't buy it was because it was very big. It's 97 centimetres by 50.7 centimetres and it's round diamonds. And round diamonds, I tend to be a little bit more picky over what kits I will do just because I don't enjoy working with them as much. So we shall see. Let me have a look at it. And then I will probably, regardless, hang on to it for a while and see how I feel about it. But I am happy to receive it. This feels to me like a good option to have in there. Okay. Oh, it's really jammed in there. I can't actually get it out. Oh, it feels like something was actually stuck there. Okay. So I have my little sticker to go on the side. And then I'm not going to go through the old toolkit because most people have seen them a million times already. But I will find out what cover minder and washi tape I got for old time's sake. I got some really nice washi tape, actually. That's very pretty. I'm not sure how well it's getting picked up in this lighting because it's dark here, so it's hard to get the lighting right. And a little rabbit, which I think I might have one of those. But yeah, very sweet. So let's take a look at this one. I thought that the extra kits that went in beyond the Christmas kits were really good this time. I've been looking at all the boxes people have had, and there's been a lot where I would have been very happy to receive them. And there's even been some where they seem to get maybe kits that were a bit less popular, so they got an extra one, which I thought was a really nice touch. Okay, so these came with a thank you for purchase leaflet and then this larger sticker sheet. So 64 colours in this one. That surprises me actually, because you look at it and you think that is a lot of blue. But yeah, I suppose there's quite a lot of detail on the seabed with the fish and everything. I mean, these are cute, aren't they? They are very sweet. Lots of darker colours in the mix as well. And not as many blues as you would think, so there must be lots and lots and lots of bags of the blues that make up this part of the picture. And it had 4 ABs and no other special drills. It may even be old enough that it predates many other special drills being used, you know. But yeah. So this is the magic number, the DMC that there's lots of. I say that, there's actually no, because that one's really similar. Okay, there's a lot of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of this 828. And then there are some of this 162. But it's not actually as dominated by one colour as I thought it might be. It's sort of all wrapped around the outside, but then everything on the inside is different. So there's more variety in this kit than I maybe anticipated, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm just having a look for any special drills. There is a yellow one there. I doubt you can see much of it. And there is a red one. Oh, and another yellowy one there. And, oh, yes, it's a brown AB. Again, you probably can't see it. Sorry, I'm still not going to take this out of the bag because of the reasons I gave earlier. And also time, because I don't want this video to be really super long. But I really love brown ABs because they have like a purpley pink coating on them, which I just think is really cool. So, actually a really pretty colour palette. I like that a lot. Let's unroll this. So the thing with this one is it's very long, but it's not that wide. So I think that could be a good way to break up all the colour blocking, because I work on an easel. So for me, a kit like this, I'm going to be working it on it sideways on my easel, doing a strip like that, and then moving down, doing a strip like that, and then so on. So although this water bit is going to be very, very blocky, and that's not something I particularly enjoy in rounds, it's also going to be really broken up, because I'll do a row and a lot of it will have a lot of detail, and then I'll get to the blocky bit and then I'll do a row and so on. So yeah, that actually might be a lot more doable than I thought. Let's see. I'm obviously not going to be able to show you it all in one go because I do not have a metre wide table here, but this is actually pretty adorable. Oh, I like this. Well, there you go. I think I'll be keeping this one and hoping to do it at some point. I did say to my son, oh look, I've got an otter painting, you could do it. And he was like, oh yeah, I could. I didn't tell him how big it was. And then I pointed that out on the box. He was like, oh. I mean, my son has done some diamond painting with me in the past, but he hasn't done it in a long time. I don't think he's ever really got the bug for it, and he is not going to be doing a metre wide painting. But yeah, I really like them actually. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, same sort of thing. You've got bright pops of colour, you've got lots of detail and different things going down on the seabed, like a starfish and all these. Oh, don't embarrass yourself, Cat, by trying to pretend you know what they are. Like sea anemones, possibly. And there's a crab. And then you've got these lovely bits of greenery. There's sort of, I don't know what you call it, there's sort of foliage at the bottom of the sea. And a seahorse. Yeah, I'm actually really taken with this one. I like it probably more than I even expected to. Look who's just arrived in the room. He's really cross today because it's been snowy outside. He had his first taste of snow this morning. He went out in the back garden and he put his feet down. He was like, oof, oof, oof. It must have felt so cold underfoot. And he's been in and out probably about 50 times because he kept trying in the hopes it had improved. And then eventually he'd give up and go have a grumpy nap, and then he'd repeat the cycle later on. So he's going to be difficult today because he has not had much time to get exercise. But anyway, what do you think of the otters, Harry? There's some angry tail swishing going on just beyond where you can see. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. I think this artist is one who did another one that I've seen that a friend did that I really liked. Another sort of underwater scene. Wow, that was informative, wasn't it? But yeah, maybe she has a sort of animal focus and maybe even a sea focus. But I think this is actually really pretty. Hey, maybe I'll even get good at multi-placing rounds if I have this much practice. Okay, I'm going to put this one away and move on now. And my fourth kit is this one, Last Fallen Petals by Enamorte. So this is a square kit and it's 55.8 by 76 centimetres. And there is the artwork for you. I am not going to open this one, I think, because this one for me is probably one that I will definitely destash. It's very pretty. It's just not my sort of thing. It's very, I don't know how many colours are in it, but it's looking at it, it's practically all purple or black, so there's a lot of similarity. The artist is one who I do like some of her pieces. I had Rain Keeps Falling for a while, although I eventually destashed it. But she's not one that I'm massively drawn to typically, and I just think for a colour palette that is this samey, I would struggle. You know, I was talking about the Cozy Christmas Witch and the sameness of the colour palette, and I really like that artwork, but I'm still concerned about that, and this is really, really similar. But a lot of people do love the artwork, so again, I think it is a perfectly valid, good inclusion in the mystery box, and I'm not mad about it. It's just one that I will not keep personally. So yeah, that is that one. So there you have my Christmas mystery box. These did sell out on the day. They're not available now. And actually mystery boxes, they always have a 6-hour limit. They always say they're available from this time for 6 hours or until they sell out. And I think it did sell out within the 6 hours, although it lasted a little while, possibly because of all that hoo-ha with the website glitching. So yeah, I'm happy. I think that this was a good mystery box. I think that the things that they included were all very good. Even the kits that weren't my personal cup of tea, I think they didn't feel like they were just trying to get rid of, you know, the kits that they really didn't want anymore. So I'm happy. I still continue my perfect record of not having any regrets over any of the mystery boxes that I've bought. So what do you reckon? What's your favourite? Which do you like? I think for me it's pretty obvious that this is the one I'm the most drawn to. But yeah, I do really like this as well. And this was a surprise hit with me. So yeah, maybe I will get around to working on that. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider dropping a like on it. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you stick around, so please consider doing that too. And I will hopefully see you again soon. Bye bye.